guys, what's up? It's Andy. Hey, I wanted to talk to you. I made a story on my Instagram last night, late at night, where I talked about the division going on in this country. And I talked about the saying, united we stand, divided we fall, and how important it is right now. It doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican. It doesn't matter who you voted for. It doesn't matter what you think of me or what you think of really anything. We all have to face a reality. And the reality that we have to face is that our way of life is in jeopardy. The things you love about this country, the things you've loved about this country, the luxuries that you've enjoyed, the privileges you've enjoyed by being an American citizen, the culture, the history, it's all in jeopardy for all of us. And when we look around at what's going on and we see the division and we see the hate and we see the chaos and we see the destruction, they've trained us to look at each other and blame each other for all of that. And the reality of the situation is much different. The reality of the situation is these people intentionally cause those situations because they understand something that we do not. They understand that united we stand and divided we fall. And they are not a part of the we. You think they are, but they aren't. They may say they are. They may pretend to be. But if you watch their actions, it's very clear that they're not. They see themselves as something different. They see themselves as the rulers of us. So when we say we, the people, realize that doesn't include these people. That doesn't include these corrupt politicians. That doesn't include the media. That doesn't include the big giant corporations working every single day to push political agendas upon their culture. It doesn't include the people who are censoring. It doesn't include the social media companies. They are not a part of we. We are a part of we. That's you, and that's me, and that's all of us, no matter how we might see ourselves. We have a threat that is very real to our freedoms, to our economy, to the future, not just our future, your children's future. And what do? We constantly attack each other. We constantly yell at each other. We constantly scream at each other. Because that's what they do. And that's what they create. And we fall for it every single time. Every single time there's a major controversy going on in the world, we start to attack each other. And we may believe 98% of the same things, which I believe most Americans do. We may believe in common sense. We may believe in rule of law. We may believe in a healthy economy. We may believe in life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We may believe in not being financially oppressed or intentionally agitated. But they don't believe that because they're not a part of us. They never have been a part of us. And the biggest lie that they have convinced us of is that we are the enemy of each other. And if we're going to save this country, and we're going to fix this country, and we're going to build this country into something better than it's ever been before in the history of this country, we're going to have to figure this out. We're going to have to figure out that the person to your left, the person to your right, your neighbor across the street who put up that sign of the opposite political candidate that you wanted, we're going to have to realize that those people are not our enemies. In business, it's very common to work with people that you may not want to have over for a barbecue. You may not invite them over for Thanksgiving dinner, but you work with them because you understand that the common goal is to win. And if we win, everybody wins. And that's what we're missing in America. We're missing the understanding that there are nuance issues. And then there are above the line issues that we all care about. We all care about freedom. We all care about liberty. We all care about a good economy. We all care about safety. We all care about accountability for crimes committed. These are basic above the line issues that we all, 98% of America, agree that we need. And if you pay attention and you look at what's going on, we're losing them while we fight over all the nuance issues. They stir the pot over race, over sexual orientation, over foreign relations, over immigration, over all of these issues that they know will get us fighting with each other. And they're experts at it. They're experts at it. And the reason I'm making this video, and the reason I'm doing this on my podcast, is because I think it's an important message. United we stand, divided we fall. If there was ever a time in history that statement is appropriate, it's right now. And all of us, Americans, have the ability to affect the course that our country is going to go on from here. With our actions, with our voices, and most importantly, with who we choose to see commonality with and who we choose to unite with. And I don't know about you guys, but I love this country. I love the people in it. I think it's the best place in the world. But if things keep going the way they're going, and we keep fighting the way we're fighting, and we keep nitpicking the way we're nitpicking, and we keep making enemies out of people that really aren't the enemy, and we keep blaming the problems on people who aren't the cause of the problems, we're going to lose. And you're going to lose. And your kids are going to lose. And so my message is very simple. Pay attention. Pay attention to when you're being agitated. Pay attention to when you're being manipulated. Pay attention when you get angry and ask yourself, am I angry because I'm angry, or am I angry because I'm supposed to be angry? Because like I said, these people are experts at making people hate each other. They are experts at making people fight. And while we fight, they take. They take our freedom. They take our money. They take our opportunity. They take our peace. They take our time. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't like that. And I'm fucking tired of it. And the only reason they're able to do that stuff is because we haven't gotten smart enough to understand that we are all on the same team. All of us. We have an obligation as Americans at this point in the history of this country. There have been millions of people who have sacrificed everything for us to get this far. We're 247 years into it. And all those sacrifices and all those deaths and all that blood spilled is in jeopardy of meaning nothing if we don't do our part. And so my ask is very simple. My ask is for you to become aware, to watch what's going on, to think about what they're doing to us, to realize that the people you've been told to hate are not the people that you should be focused on. Because if we can get together and we can say, you know what, most of this stuff we agree on, and we can argue about these other little nuances later after we establish our way of life and we secure our way of life. If we can do that, We can stop them from doing what they're doing because it's getting worse every day. Look at what's going on at the border. Look at what's going on with the crime in the big cities. Look at what's going on with the economy. Look at what's going on with our support of foreign wars that mean nothing to us. Look at what's going on. This is our duty. This is our obligation. This is our time. And if we fail, we didn't just fail. We failed every single American that ever came before us, that ever bled for this, that ever gave for this, that ever died for this. And it's something that I think we should all take seriously. So let's figure this out. Let's stop the infighting. Let's figure out what the above line issues are. In my opinion, they're the economy, they're accountability, they're the stopping of financial oppression, it's the safety of our communities, it's the safety of our children, it's the education of our children in a proper way to be brought up to understand the reality of the world and the reality of America. And I believe it's a duty. And I know there's other people out there that believe it's a duty. And you may be asking, well, what can I do? What can I do? I don't have a big podcast. I don't have a big platform. I don't have a big following. None of that shit matters. What matters is that you wake up every single day and you work to live the example of what you think a high-level American would be. Personal excellence is the key. Personal excellence is the way that we unplug from their system. They want us fat. We have to be fit. They want us sick. We have to be healthy. They want us dumb. We have to work to become more intelligent. They want us unaware. We have to become aware. They want us to hate each other. We cannot hate each other. They want us to beat each other up and pull each other down and cancel each other. We can't do that. We have to get smarter. We have to understand that every time we play along with the system that they've created, we are running their play for them. We are doing their work for them. And the only answer to any of this is us figuring out that we are all on the same team and then living the example on a daily basis the best that we can. And using your voice to explain to every single person around you why you have chosen to live at this higher level. This is our time. This is our duty. And this is our obligation. And if we fail, we don't just fail ourselves. We fail America. And if we fail America, your children will not have any of the opportunity that you have had. They will not have any of the fond memories of America that you have. They will not cherish this country the way that you have. They will not believe in it the way you have. They will become slaves. That's what will happen if we fail. And it doesn't matter if you're Christian. It doesn't matter if you're Muslim. It doesn't matter if you're gay. It doesn't matter if you're straight. It doesn't matter if you're white. It doesn't matter if you're black. It doesn't matter if you're Asian. It doesn't matter if you're Mexican. It doesn't fucking matter. Because the premise of this country has always been that we take the collective good from everybody's culture and create one unifying culture called American. And we work together to create the best possible place for us to live. And that is being destroyed. Our differences are being used against us when our differences are supposed to be used to build us. We have to get smarter. We have to do better. We have to realize that we have a big, big opportunity right now to make a difference through our words, through our actions, and through how we live. And it may not mean picking up a rifle and fighting like it has meant for previous generations. And that's a great thing. We're being asked to do something that isn't necessarily that hard. But I can tell you this, if we don't do those basic things and we sit around and we continue to argue and we continue to fight and we continue to tear each other down and we continue to attack each other over nuanced beliefs, when in reality we agree on 90% of the things, we won't have anything left to fight over. And that's a reality. So I'm asking you guys, please consider your individual responsibility in this fight that we're in. Let go of the labels that you've labeled yourself. Democrat, Republican, left, right, gay, straight, black, white. And accept the only label that we all should be accepting, which is American. Other people don't see us as these differences. When we go to Europe or we go to Asia or we go to South America, they don't say Black Americans, white Americans, gay Americans, straight Americans. They say Americans. And right now, when people say Americans, they're not saying anything good. So we have to ask ourselves, guys, what are we going to do? Are we going to continue to make content for likes and clicks and shares and attention? Or are we going to rise to the occasion and work with people to come up with better solutions so that we all can live our lives in peace with real opportunity and real prosperity, and we can create the best America that's ever existed? That's what's at stake here. And it's all or nothing. It's all or nothing. So think about it, guys. Think about how you've been living. Ask yourself if you've been speaking up for the things that you actually believe, or have you been letting other people carry that water for you? Because I'm going to tell you right now, this is impossible. An impossible fight to win if we're divided. And it's going to be extremely hard to win if we're united. And everybody's going to have to do their part. So think about how you've been living. Think about what you've been saying. Think about how involved you've been. Think about how active you've been at solving the problems in your own community. Think about the example you've been setting. And think about what it means to the future. Because it's all or nothing, guys. And we're real close to having nothing. Because nobody's coming to save you. No politicians coming. No superheroes coming. No drastic turn of events is going to happen. We're going to have to do this work. And we're going to have to spread the message. I need you guys to spread the message. I need you guys to embody the message. I need you guys to live the message. We're censored heavily every single place we go for the simple reason of talking about unity. Think about that. And the good news is, if we can figure out a way to unite, if we can figure out a way to work together, if we can figure out a way to understand that we're all in the same boat and that we need to stop drilling holes in the bottom of it, we can actually build this country into a country that's better than it's ever been before. We could create a future that's brighter than it's ever been before. And that's saying something, because the Americans that came before us have done some incredible things. And now it's our turn to do some incredible things. So look past your petty differences and realize it's going to take everybody. They killed Martin Luther King because he united people. They killed John F. Kennedy because he united people. Why are they so afraid of unity? The answer should be obvious.